When he took the elevator upstairs, Charlie was still thinking about the man he met when he got out of the elevator just now. He was sure that he didn't know the person. Why did that person look hostile when he saw him? He originally thought that the opponent would also be a hidden master, and he saw that he was extraordinary. But after thinking about it, he felt that something was wrong, because that man didn't have the aura of a strong man. From the perspective of his own strength, he should be an ordinary person. However, he didn't think too much. After getting out of the elevator, Nanako took him to the ward where Takehiko was. At this time, Takehiko was scolding his mother in the hospital bed. He said to Emi, "This guy Zin is a bastard with a honey-sucking sword. Staying with this kind of person for a second makes me feel uncomfortable." Emi nodded and said that Zin really feels insidious, and the more friendly he smiles, the more chilling his back, especially when he thinks of what he did to the Matsumoto family in his head. "I feel cold all over." Charlie, who had just entered the door, blurted out and asked loudly, "That man just now was Zin from the Su family?" Both Takehiko and Emi were shocked, and they realized that Charlie and Nanako had already entered. So, Takehiko asked curiously, "Does Mr. Zin also know Zin?" Charlie frowned, and even his voice became colder. "The man who just got down from the elevator is Zin?" Ito said, "Don't know who you met in the elevator, but Zin did just leave." When Charlie heard this, he turned around and ran out. Zin, the initiator and leader of the Anti-Wade Alliance. When Charlie thought of this, hatred surged all over his body. He just wanted to chase out, even if it was to kill Zin's bodyguard and entourage in broad daylight. He still had to catch the bastard and ask him why he wanted to target his parents. Then let him have a taste, and kill him on the street. It's a pity that when Charlie chased him out, there was no shadow of Zin anywhere in front of the hospital. Zin was already in the car and headed to Aomori Prefecture. Charlie couldn't help but beat his chest and feet at the entrance of the hospital. Since the death of his parents, this is the closest moment to his enemy. However, he failed to recognize the other party. This is really annoying to him. The Wade family and the Su family had always had a bad relationship, so even when Charlie was young, he had never seen Zin very much. In addition, the Su family and the Wade family are themselves top families, and they never appear on various wealth lists, and the media never report them, so Charlie doesn't even know Zin's appearance. At this moment, he was extremely depressed. When he came to Japan this time, he had close contact with the Su family one after another. First, he accidentally saved Jufei and Ziyu, and now he just passed Zin. Charlie gritted his teeth and thought to himself, if he were to give himself a chance to go back a few minutes ago, the first thing he would do when he saw Zin would be to smash his dog head first. It's a pity that even if he has great abilities, it is impossible to turn back time. Therefore, he can only hope for the next time. At the same time, he swears from the bottom of his heart, Zin, if I have the opportunity to come face to face with you again, I will definitely not let you go. When Charlie returned to the ward, Takehiko asked him with a look of surprise, "Mr. Charlie, do you know Zin? Or is there any relationship? Why are you so sensitive to him?" Emi and Nanako also looked at Charlie suspiciously, looking forward to his answer. Seeing this, Charlie laughed at himself, and said angrily, "You forgot? I accidentally saved his pair of children. He is so rich. It stands to reason that he has to give me 10 billions? I didn't expect to let him run away." Takehiko suddenly became dumb. He didn't doubt the authenticity of Charlie's words, because Charlie was in his eyes. Everything was good, but that he loved money as if it was like his life. For money, he could even shamelessly blackmail or even maliciously occupy it. Therefore, he accidentally rescued Jufei and Ziyu. Because of his character, he didn't want to ask for some money. It really wasn't him. When Nanako heard this, she couldn't help laughing and saying, "Master, you are too fascinated by money. Did you know that when you heard the word Zin just now, you acted as if he was your murderer? Like an enemy, I didn't expect it was just a creditor in your heart." Charlie smiled bitterly and said casually, "Hey, it's a pity that I let him run away, but it's nothing. Sooner or later, he will still have the opportunity to see this debt. He can't hide from the 15th day of the first year." Nanako nodded, and then said to Takehiko Ito, "Oda-san, I brought 2 sick meals here today. One is for you and the other is for Tanaka. Can I visit him?" Takehiko nodded and said, "Tanaka is in the next ward. Go and have a look." Nanako turned her head to look at Charlie. "Master, are you going to see him?" Charlie's impression of Tanaka was pretty good. He was indeed a rare servant, so he nodded and said, "Okay, let's go and take a look." At this time, Tanaka was lying on the upper half of the ward next door and reading. Seeing Nanako and Charlie coming in, he hurriedly put down his book and said respectfully, "Hello, miss. Hello, Mr. Wade." Nanako smiled slightly and walked forward with the lunchbox, and said, "Tanaka, I brought you a sick meal from home. The chef at home made it specially. You can eat it while it is hot." Hiroshi Tanaka was flattered and said, "Miss, how can I let you deliver food to me? This is really impossible." Nanako said very religiously, "Tanaka, you saved the life of my father. I am very grateful. A meal is nothing but a little bit of thoughts.